Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more nostalgia critic, and it's going to be the Lorax. Oh boy, yeah, I think I've heard of this movie before, but I've actually never personally watched it. Maybe that's a blessing, because I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I have no idea what to expect, but I have seen it around. I have seen, you know, the sort of movie posters and stuff like that. To be honest with you, I was expecting Garfield 2004, the movie, because when the mustache popped up, I was thinking, you know, this is going to be like Garfield or something. But yeah, that was in the Swan Princess at the very ending of the video. I was expecting the Garfield 2004 movie, and we all know how god-awful that was. That atrocious piece of shit. But we've dodged a bullet because it isn't Garfield 2004. It's the Lorax, and I don't know if it's going to be any good. Don't know if it's going to be any bad. I have no idea. It's quite exciting. Hopefully it's going to be good. But I don't beg on it because every time a Nostalgia Critic has to do a goddamn movie review, it's always terrible, bloody, horrible, god-forsaken movies. But yeah, let's check out the video, shall we? Let's go.
Once there was a tree, and she loved a little boy. Every day the boy would come and say,
"Gosh, I love you, tree. Let's be together forever."
Why, that would be lovely, child. And I will always be here for you.
The boy loved the tree, and the tree was happy. But time went by, and the tree got older, and the tree was often alone. Then, one day the boy came to the tree, and the tree said,
Come, boy. Come climb up my trunk and swing.
Oh! Oh!
Why, boy? Why have you done this to me? Wait, what is that? What is that? No, 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 no!
Paper maker. Wood chipper. Oh my god. This is brutal! This is killing my childhood! What the fuck am I watching?
Go see the Lorax! Find out how you too can save the trees!
Holy fuck! I feel violated. I need a safe space. Oh, crying out loud. What the fuck was that? Mark. Blessed be our Tommy Wiseau. Am I gonna mention him every time I see him? You're damn right. Turn this down a bit.
I'll go right up your nose. Whoa! You wouldn't hit a woman. That's a woman?
Oh,
I am the critic. I speak for the Seuss. Observing how all of this bullshit got loose. The Lorax, a book that's read by a ton, has been ripped into shreds and can't be undone. The timelessly
I never heard of it.
book all
I've only
ages
seen the movie posters.
comes to the dumb of the focus group cases. Well, I'm standing up for the small hairy orange. I'm going on up there and... You know, I'm done rhyming.
Okay. Yeah, let's skip all the rhyming.
To the Lorax being a huge hit.
Yes, now let's see if we can make a live-action version of Goodnight Moon starring Medea.
Oh crap.
Great, another pep talk from the Seuss Nazi, or as I like to call them, Seussies.
You think you can get away with dumbing down Dr. Seuss like you did with the Cat in the Hat?
Why do they always try to fuck up
wait,
Dr.
didn't I kill you too?
Seuss's
We're like
legacy with
mononucleosis.
movies?
We never fully go away.
And we often put you to sleep.
Don't you see the harm you're doing to the wonderful world Dr. Seuss created?
The box office disagrees.
Indeed, the people love it.
But that's what's making it worse. Do I really have to show you the obvious problems you're
It's
causing?
not all about the
No, but I
money.
get the feeling you're going to anyway.
This is the Lorax! We open
Oh
in
Christ.
Threeville,
Please
the
let this be
Critical,
good.
A town made completely out of plastic and where no trees exist at all.
What the fuck is this? 1
like to
second
thank
in,
this
we're
film
seeing
for
singing
making
and
me realize
dancing.
How sick I am of over-the-top, upbeat musical intros. Sorry, opening to the Muppets movie. I have to hate you now. Blame this movie! So we see a Gap Kids commercial meet up with an Abercrombie & Fitch commercial, voiced by timeless acting giants Zac Efron and Taylor Swift.
Oh, hi, Ted.
Oh, hey, Audrey. Hi.
Wow, that is not the voice I expected to come out of that kid.
Yeah.
You know, because a 12-year-old boy should always be voiced by a 26-year-old man, right?
Yeah, he's got a fucking
Alright,
deeper voice
Hey,
than
I gotta run. I gotta
me.
go do a thing. So, I'll see you guys.
I'm pretty
Everyone's
sure
got a
that's how they did in
deeper
the Iron
voice than me.
Giant, isn't it?
I skipped puberty.
Watch this!
I skipped that phase. I'm an old man that skipped that phase, unfortunately.
You weenie!
It turns out this girl is an artist who paints pictures of trees and dreams one day being able to see a real one.
If a guy somehow got you one...
Well, I'd probably marry him on the spot. I bet that sounds crazy. Does that sound crazy?
You are crazy.
Well, that depends. Do you mean it literally, or do you have a good sense of humor, or nothing else is going to be revealed about you in this movie isn't? You're just a bland piece of who-ass to get his truffalo growing so he can set out on this movie's hypocritical quest, aren't you?
And people said that the touch of their tufts was softer than anything.
Well, any other cliche characters, or as I like to call them, cliche-occurs, you'd like to get out early in the movie?
Oh,
The hip rockin' granny? Okay. Any others?
Okay.
Disco!
The embarrassing
Christ.
parent. Painful, very painful. Any others?
The more smog in the sky,
Ah.
the more people will buy.
Oh, what
Of
the
course, the
hell?
corporate bad guy who owns the town with no redeeming elements whatsoever. You could call him the missing Captain Planet villain, Shippy.
How can I possibly make even more money? We can tell you, sir. We can tell you.
Why, he's so evil he wants to actually sell fresh air to people because their pollution is already destroying the air that they have.
Christ, that's fucking EA.
Spaceballs did it?
Yeah, Spaceballs did
I
it,
make a
but that's
living
EA. They
selling
want to
fresh air to
sell the
people.
fucking air to
Trees?
us if they could.
They make it for free. I consider it kind of a threat to my business.
Okay, first of all,
I know
if you're
EA
gonna
is a
steal
gaming
Endemo's
company,
design
but-
sheet, pick a voice that matches. Those vocals match about as well as...
Oh, hey, Audrey.
If they could, they would.
Second, isn't the idea of the Lorax that there
Oh,
is no
fucking
real
Bethesda.
bad guy? It's just a cautionary tale of when anyone takes too much without seeing it?
Purified air.
Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not.
But you don't understand. We don't want people to feel bad about themselves.
Yes, people are less likely to buy things when they feel bad.
It's easier to
Okay.
show a clear right and wrong message so that no kids are confused.
But maybe they should be confused. Hell, maybe what you're doing is confusing them in a different way.
Maybe
Look,
it's good to leave them with a question.
when you make
instead
your
of having all
characters
the
less human,
answers.
you suck out the humanity, meaning people are less likely to see what they can become.
Daddy, could that be me?
Chips ahoy.
kiddo. He's evil. You're good.
Oh, okay.
Man, I'm glad I'm not as evil as that guy.
Yeah.
Just like a delicate seed can grow a great oak, so can a faulty message grow a big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whiz
but
bars
clearly
and
we
whiz-
show it in a satirical sense, so that makes it all right.
Stop
Wait,
clicking
how
your
does laughing
glasses.
at the bad things you do make it any less bad?
Well, the chart says...
Oh, forget the
So many
fucking
Trump
chart.
watches the boy
Oh.
leave the town to find a tree.
It's always
leading
the
him, of
fucking
course, to the
chart.
home of the Onceler.
You did the same shit with the cat in the hat thing. The chart says
Well, there went the surprise of the powerful line that closed out the original.
It's the
Fuck it.
fucking
Nothing
holy
in this film
chart.
is gonna move me at all.
Oh,
It's really the
Christ.
best way to watch it.
It's like the scrolls of the Dead Seas.
Who are you? Who are you and what are you doing here?
My God, we finally found Bill Watterson.
Oh, you want to know about trees? About what happened to them? Why they're all gone.
So the Onceler, of course, tells the story about what happened to all the trees.
Well-
naturally keeping his face hidden throughout the story, so
Isn't that
like I
wood,
said before,
so-
he can represent how this can happen to anyone. Anyone watching right now.
That's
Fuck
a
you,
tree
fuck
right
you,
there,
Fuck
he's
you,
sort of
fuck
wood.
you, fuck 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 you. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating. After all, it is an hour-and-a-half long movie. An hour and a half is a long time to go without seeing your kinda main character. I mean,
Okay.
it's an adaptation. I got it. There's gonna have to be changes from an adaptation. Fair enough. At the very least, they're making him timeless. Somebody that everyone can look back on years later and not laugh at for being so incredibly dated and dumb.
Christ. Relax. Calm.
I don't care for that.
Yeah. This movie is just washing over me like a cool breeze.
This one,
I've
sir, is a
enjoyed it
super
all.
young,
I've
electric
seen every
guitar
bad
playing,
movie there
tight
is.
clothes wearing, fedora hat
It's
toting,
beautiful.
pop cultural referencing,
I'm
Zach Braff.
unscathed by the torturous nature of this
Completely
movie.
dated product of the times.
Oh, I got a little jingle.
No.
How?
Blow some minds. Yeah, see? Hey, yeah, no. What's his problem? I'm just saying.
No,
weirdo.
fuck.
Bull fucking shit.
Yes, and the Oncelings seem to love him.
The what?
The Oncelings. Apparently our character was so hip with the ladies that they decided to form an online community around him.
No
Engage.
fucking way.
Oh,
my
God, this was a thing?
Yes, and we even have one online right now. She calls herself Hyper Fangirl.
Oh my god, guys. I just love all the emo haircuts you're giving to the Dr. Seuss characters. You're giving them a style that'll last forever, like the Jonas Brothers.
Why do you love this Onceler? He's every other quirky alternative product mixed into a Michael Cera action figure. They should have called him a hipster. Ooh.
He is clearly not a hipster.
It's 'cause he's wearing a
Hipsters
hat,
act like
that's
they don't
why.
care how they look, and then they take 7 hours to put their outfits together. He clearly only took 6.
You can't just like someone because he's really nerdy, into retro media, and wears a bunch of half-professional, half-grungy clothes.
What are you doing this evening?
Not you. Dumper.
Oh, damn.
You know, you really are a bit of a hipster.
Shut up!
Well, I always
the
wear the
Onceler.
fluffy hat, so...
shut up.
And I don't
Across
see
the
the
way
girls
to the
lining
trees
outside
and-
my door.
Painfully obvious minion
Don't want any
backwash.
anyway, I'm happily sort of married. 10 years.
As he starts to chop them all down for his new business.
Little did I know that by chopping down that tree, I had just summoned a mystical creature as old as time itself.
The Danny DeVito cameo. Of course, the Lorax is in one of the trees, as all the characters circle around the chopped down life to mourn its loss.
Okay. Alright. So that's why he was in that house made out of wood. Okay.
Well, that's actually a very touching moment that fits the spirit of the book. It's new, it's different, but it keeps to the message, love, and even kind of subtlety of what Seuss was going for. How do they fuck it up?
Yeah, how do they
Well,
fuck this
clearly
up?
we can make the
Clearly
message
they're gonna
much more
fuck it all
powerful
up.
by adding in Mission Impossible homages.
Oh, come on.
A dozen more of those minion moments.
Even Flushed Away was more better than this shit.
And the non-violent
Get it?
pacifist
Flushed Away
Lorax of
better
the
than this
original
shit?
now try
Flushed
to
Away
drown
shit?
our hero in the hope that that'll lead him
No,
away.
but the movie
Oh,
Flushed
and
Away
don't
was
forget
good.
a few more
I enjoyed
lame-ass
it.
pop cultural references.
Why aren't you like other kids, breakdancing and playing the Donkey Kongs?
So Donkey Kong is now officially part of the Dr. Seuss canon? I don't know how to feel about that.
I know, it's so retro. Hold me.
So the Wilford Brimley Oompa Loompa feels bad about almost
Is
drowning
that
the
fish?
Onceler.
Shouldn't they be in the water?
So he makes it up to him
They
by
only
tearing the
breathe
shit
in
out of his
water.
new home.
It was cold outside, and we just fell asleep.
Okay, I put my lips on
What the fuck is this?
Ew.
What's for breakfast?
Oh,
This is overrated.
that's totally me. In the fridge. Just me inside the fridge,
Yes,
just shoving
teaching
everything in
lessons
my
about
mouth.
staying out of others' environments is made much stronger by invading your environment.
Drinking all the
I
Dr.
got
Pepper
work.
inside the
I go to
fridge.
town and sell my thneed.
So the Onceler, don't make me impale you! Makes a deal with the Lorax that he won't cut
they
down
fish?
any more
Look at the
trees and that
fish.
the one he got is enough to
Why
sell
do-
his product
They
called
need
the thneed.
water. It defies all logic.
Hey, cool hat.
My gosh, I totally want one.
That thing makes me like you more.
Ah, how advertisers thought marketing for the Lorax would work. And sadly did work.
Christ, what the fuck is this? Cotton Candy Land?
And there went my enjoyment for the upbeat Lego Movie song.
Everything is so
This movie, it's the one that made me realize it was being overused. I should point out that it
I love
does
that song.
sometimes
Everything
cut
is
back to our
awesome.
main lead still suffering from bland millennial-itis, but they're so rushed and so generic that you forget about them just as soon
and
as
the
you
movie
watch
Lego is
them.
amazing as well.
I think the most that happens is the man paints over Flower Girl's artwork. Why? What's that even supposed to accomplish? Is that really gonna make such a big difference? It's kind of like saying, oh, you want to see Elsa and Jack Frost together? Well, what if we just put a giant axe over your fan art? Now you'll never ever want to see them again as long as you live, will you? Will you?
Hey, did you damage my fan art? I still love you.
It's also... Thankfully, it's ending here with a break, but it also reminds you of, like, iRobots or something like that. That cartoon, iRobots or something like that. Or was it just robots? But it was like a cartoon.
Family comes out to live with him, and once again,
Not the
it's
Will
not
Smith
the
sort of
Onceler
movie.
himself who's consumed by productivity. That would make him interesting, identifiable, and complex. No, it's just his evil family that eggs him on. So, I guess as long as you don't have one of those, this could never happen to you.
We could always start chopping down the trees.
But...
No buts,
Jesus.
Oncey. You're running a business now. You have to do what's best for the company and your mama.
Even his progression seems hastily rushed.
His guitar's
He
made
was
out of
good
wood.
at
The
showing
pencil he
Onceler
was
to
using was
fade
made out of
himself,
wood.
but then
Everything's
always
made
find
out
an
of fucking
excuse
wood.
To keep going bigger. And even the story never claimed that going to another extreme was the answer.
Christ, we would be
What do you
fucked if
want?
we didn't
I
have
should
any
shut
wood.
down my factory, hire 100,000 workers. I see your point, but I wouldn't know the answer.
It was trying to find that middle road that wasn't victimless, but was the best compromise we could come up with. Here, one song and boom! Overnight douche!
Holy crap. Look at the stacks of cash.
Instead of slowly but surely over the course
This
of the
was
film, we
EA's
see the progression of all these
microtransactions.
choices and the
They're all
effect
happy
that
and
it's having.
singing.
It's just one song. Anakin Skywalker's transition was more complex.
They're out there. They're just losing
And
their
there's
minds
an
with
allegory
all
for the
those
movie right
loot
there.
boxes.
Just take a picture of the Lorax on your product and boom, it's suddenly Lorax approved. Ironic this song is against everything corporate when that's exactly what the Lorax marketing was doing. Enjoy your air polluting car. The Lorax says it's okay. On top of that, have you noticed that out of the 5 songs in this movie, only one is pro-trees, and it's only played at the end? And yes, I know they're being ironic and praising over productivity, but by God, 4 upbeat, modern-style pop songs about it, and only one song that actually says give a damn about the trees?
Yeah,
Don't you see
mixed
even
messages.
a little bit of a problem with that?
It says the people with the money. People with the money. Make this ever-loving world go round.
They're not even timeless songs. They all sound like the top 10 from Radio Disney.
Well, we're just trying to reach the most popular demographic.
You can respect that, trying to get your
Fucking
message out to as
corporate
many
greed.
people as possible. A toast to pandering!
Yeah, but the popular way isn't always the lasting way. Look again. Fad is just one letter away from fade, and that's exactly what they do. They fade away. That's why it's better to focus on being good rather than being popular. If you can be both, great, but if you have to choose one over the other, always pick good over popular. Because once the people grow out of it and move on to the next popular thing, there's nothing of substance to bring them back. And the timeless message you claim to fight so hard for becomes just another passing trend to forget about.
Damn.
It's okay, the internet speeds up everything.
Yes, it'll be popularly retro in 5 minutes.
And synchronize.
So as I'm sure you guessed, the Onceler finally chops down the last tree and his business, as well as the forest, is completely gone.
Of course.
The Lorax lifts his ass into heaven, leaving evil McObvious to be inspired to be the next big tyrant.
I wonder what the next $1 million invention's gonna be.
Yeah. I wonder.
And of course, you know how
Oh,
the rest of the
spare
story
us.
goes. The Onceler gives the boy the last seed and it's left up to him, as well as the children watching, to make the choice on whether or not they'll grow a cleaner and better world. Leaving on a powerfully quiet, emotionally fueled, and subtly ambiguous final note.
Okay, maybe it was too much to ask for.
I'm sorry. be doing anything clever or subtle.
Oh, yeah.
Of course they don't do that.
Of course.
No, this one has car chases.
Of
Yeah,
course.
'cause if there's anything that people were complaining were missing from Dr.
I fell
Seuss,
right
it
into
was
that. I
more
thought it was
fucking
gonna
car
be
chases.
professional
Also, we
at
get
the end,
big
but no.
bad corporation trying to take control of the people's minds. My God, they're making Hail Hydra sound like a weather-resistant German car.
Hail Hydra.
Throw in a radical snowboarding granny.
Seriously? How cool
Oh,
is your
Christ.
grandma?
A tubular scooter that's probably polluting the more times he rides around on it. Seriously, you're just talking. Do you have to ride around in circles like
Yeah,
that?
just stop the
And we
vehicle.
clearly see the town not over the progression of time and patience, but rather fucking instantly join the boys' side, go out to plant 1,000,000 trees, and sing another pop song about it.
Do you have any idea how long a tree takes to grow?
Oh God, people were satirizing it before it even came out. How popular is this song? We even see the Lorax come back. Yep, he comes back,
Of
removing
course.
all the weight of ambiguity and sense of urgency, and instead gives the kids their happy little ending.
You done good, Beanpole.
Yeah, done good.
You done good.
Christ, where have I heard that from before? You've done good.
Aw, isn't that just
That's
precious?
been used so many
Say,
times.
while you're at it, why don't you just clarify that Bambi's mom never died? Yeah, that was a bit
Christ.
of a downer. Why don't you just clarify that she came back and they all lived happily ever after?
Fuck it, why
Come
not?
to think of it, why don't you just reveal whether or not the top falls over in Inception? Or why don't you just tell us what Bill Murray said to Scarlett Johansson? Or give away what was in the briefcase in Pulp Fiction?
Gold
Because
bars?
that's what
I have
life
no
is
idea.
made up of, right? Answers. Easy, non-thought-provoking answers. And we need to prepare kids for just how fucking easy life is going to be. Yeah, sure, they made us think, but look at it this way. They made us think!
But thinking gives children unclear answers.
Well, maybe that's the idea, goddammit. Maybe the message will last longer because people keep coming back to think about it.
Yeah,
No.
leave them
As our
with a
data has
question
shown,
and
this has
they'll
gone
keep
retro
coming back.
right about...
Now, surely all the people have returned.
Stop
This sucks. My God, that was the last Lorax movie fan.
There's nothing left to exploit.
That's because
clicking
you've
the
given them
damn
nothing challenging
glasses.
and thus nothing valuable to keep coming back to. Well, it's not as bad as The Grinch or The Cat in the Hat, and the animation style is colorful and lends its way to Seuss's world. The Lorax still sucks in capturing the spirit of
Yeah,
Dr. Seuss.
I'm not
Instead
watching
of
this
being
crap.
poetic, it panders to the mainstream. Instead of having it speak to everyone, it paints extremes that alienates the truth of the story. And instead of being dark and subtle, it knocks you on the head with its message, ironically making it far less memorable. People aren't going to be coming back because you gave them nothing that shows you respect them as thinking people. You simplified it, made it easy. So easy that nobody finds it fun anymore. I don't care how many movies you make, how popular they are for the moment, or how often you keep missing the spirit of these great stories. Because no matter what you do, people are always going to keep returning to the books of Dr. Seuss. Not only because they remember them, but because
If they're
worth
about to
remembering.
say, but the chart says, I'm
Critic,
gonna
That's exactly what
lose
I
my
wanted to
shit.
hear.
What?
But the chart says.
Huh.
Black Willy Wonka!
That's right.
Willy
It was me
Wonka.
all along.
This wasn't on your resume.
Oh, look. A popular demographic you can exploit.
Oh, wait! I have charts! I have!
The holy
Come with me,
charts.
Critic. This is my Black Wonka Vader.
Wow! Does it go every way possible?
Yes, every button goes a different direction. And I press them all, except this one.
What direction does that go?
Up.
Oh. Wow.
Hey, aren't those the people who saw the movie?
Sure are.
But they're reading the book. I thought they were done with the Lorax.
Well, you see, Critic, that was part of my
Never
ultimate
read the
plan.
book.
It was?
Yes, you were right about Seuss. His books will last forever. But sometimes people take that for granted. So what better way to remind them of Seuss's power than making films that completely fucks them up?
Hey, good
So,
point.
The Grinch, the Cat in the Hat, the Lorax,
It's a
they were all
marketing ploy.
purposely terrible and dated?
It's a
They
great
needed to be
marketing ploy.
popular so that everyone would see them. But they also needed to be horrible so that everyone would go back to remember just how good the original stories were. True beauty never fades.
Just the bomb,
You
I
just
believe.
need to be reminded of it
Change!
once in a
Anyone
while.
got change?
And for discovering this, I get your money-making secrets as well as a lifetime of happiness?
No. You get a button.
Woo! A button! Exciting. I'm a smarty.
Thanks.
But Critic, don't forget what
I
happened to
am the
man who
smart
had everything he always
S-M-R-T.
wanted. What
I mean
happened?
S-M-A-R-T.
I killed him and stole all of his possessions.
Simpsons. Oh, this is awkward. Can I go all the way into outer space? Oh boy.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying this movie sucks. Okay, that's the end of the video. That was the Lorax. Yeah, I didn't know anything really about the movie. I haven't watched it before. I've only seen the movie poster. I didn't really know about the books. Didn't know about Dr. Seuss and all that stuff. Creating this. I know Dr. Seuss, but I didn't know he created this. Yeah, there's sort of a very unfamiliar thing with this. I never grew up with the Lorax, the books, or anything like that. So this was a new experience for me. As for the movie, it was absolutely god-awful terrible. I mean, Christ. I mean, Jesus. You know, it isn't the worst. But no, this is just mindlessly corporate sort of insensical sort of nonsense. It's best to leave people with questions instead of answering all their questions for them. I think that's a very nice incentive. It makes people think, but they don't want you to think. People don't want you to think these days. Absolutely not. They need you not to think. How dare you become smart and intelligent? That's not what these people want, so be careful. Yeah. The Lorax, the movie, it's crap. From what I've seen from this video, it looks absolutely garbage. I just want to not watch this, absolutely not. So I'm going to give this a skip. There's no way I'm going to watch it, even for nostalgic purposes of wanting to see Dr. Seuss, read the book or anything. No, I'm just going to skip this altogether. I think this is sort of best left forgotten. The movie, that is, not the book. Yeah. Let's end the video here, shall we? And stop the pain and torture of this god-awful, terrible remnants of this movie. But yeah, it reminded me of a lot of movies. What was it? iRobots or something like that. It was just called Robots. I don't know. It was like a cartoon robot thing. It wasn't Will Smith, the one I'm thinking of. It was like a cartoon robots, and they were all... his father was sick or something like that, and he needed replacement parts, and I can't remember, but it was very cheesy and corny, and it sort of reminded me of this movie. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, make sure to subscribe to my content. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. My tongue got twisted. Peace.